It's Josh from SFNEOnline. Today, and I mean yes, today, we're talking about Kennywood's huge announcement about the steel curtain and steel the country. And before we get into that, if you like the video by the end of it, click that like button. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And if you really like the video, please do us a solid and share the video. So today was the unveiling of the steel curtain at Kennywood. They had a whole presentation. They talked about the scratch off, the word search. They announced the 12 winners. It's going to get something special, you know, first opportunity to ride, some swag, and all that other kinds of stuff. They went over the stats. They showed the POV animation video. They talked about all, you know, the game day action and everything. So as they were going through, and then they were telling what the numbers meant and all that. And here's the coaster stats. So it sets 3 records. It's going to be a height of 220 feet, the tallest coaster in Pennsylvania. It's going to be 75 miles per hour. It's going to have the tallest inversion in the world at 197 feet. It's going to have 9 inversions, the most in North America. The lift angle is 50 degrees. The track length is 4,000 feet. And the duration is 2 minutes, along with 2 trains that carry 24 passengers each. So this is a big deal. It's going to be in the old log jam area. It's going to come around, go through the lagoon area and all that, and come back. The colors black and yellow, just like the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when they were announcing all this and going all over that, you know, the trolley pulled up around in the back, and then they showed, you know, Kenny the Kangaroo coming out, and then they also had the Pittsburgh Steelers mascot come out. They unveiled the logo of the Pittsburgh Steelers and all that, and the VP of marketing came out, talked about it, dropped the name, the steel curtain, and all that. They also had one of the guys from SNS talking about the ride. It's the biggest ride they've ever done to date. And so that was pretty much, you know, the meat and potatoes of everything. Now, they have this become part of the game day action. They have an Endzone Cafe, and they have a tailgate patio. It's going to be like kind of like a sports bar atmosphere. You know, you're going to have the game day, you know, food. It's going to kind of recreate that also with the patio, the pregame excitement, playful twists with traditional tailgate picnics, complete with the visual references to the stadium site. It's going to have a lot of TVs, etc., etc. So there's going to be a lot of cool things about that. But not only that, oh, excuse me, they're going to have a Steelers experience, a one-of-a-kind indoor multi-level training facility to put you on the field. It's in the center of the action. Also, it's got interactive exhibits like the cooperative terrible tower, which there's pictures of that. You know, it's like a play structure kind of thing. There's a competitive 2-minute drill that will get your team game day ready. It's going to track your process against others with interactive leaderboard. There's also midway games. You could try your hand or your foot at a number of challenging games, testing your strength, endurance, and the midway games are as much fun to watch as they are to play. So that's just the tidbit of information that's going to happen. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to get into the steel curtain POV, and I'll talk about it through it with a reaction, all about it, and then we'll get into all the pictures. So let's get on into it. All right, so as you can see, we have black track, yellow supports, obviously the colors of the Pittsburgh Steelers. While I am not a huge fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm not really a huge sports fan, but it's just kind of weird to me that they did a partnership with the Steelers, but I don't mean that in a negative way. It was just kind of threw me for a loop. I had no idea what to expect, and when I seen this, it was kind of just weird. So we're cresting up this 220-foot lift hill and get ready to take down the first drop. So let's see what we got going on. Look at the beautiful scenery. Now remember, this is in the former log jam area. Look at this. Right off the bat, coming down. I mean, look at this. This is pretty cool. It's coming down, coming around. So we've gone upside down once, upside down twice that I see. Here's a third. Let's see here what we got going. Up there at a time hill. So we have 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. Let's see. Here's no. Okay, here comes 6. Hopefully I didn't miscount any. Okay, here's 7. Here's number 8. One more. And here's the final 9, I guess. Of going upside down. Yep, that's it. That's the ride. 2 minutes long, I guess. Overall, let's... I guess I'll get into what I think about this. Alright, so now you've seen the video, the POV. I'm sure you've seen it before watching this. Maybe you're just watching it to hear my thoughts on this. I'm not a fan of the theme. I mean, the colors are probably going to be okay. I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but I'm not making that a negative. It just threw me for a loop, like I said. Kind of came out of left field, surprising. Just didn't expect Kennywood and the Pittsburgh Steelers to have a partnership and make a whole little section for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I know everything, and I know Pittsburgh is a city. Everything's kind of all intertwined, integrated in with each other, and I admire that about what they do. But besides that, I think it's going to be fun. I'm a little skeptical about SNS building this big, huge thing. But the good thing is it's a chain lift. It's not a launch, because we all know launches haven't been really perfected over time. I mean, for the most part they work, but there's a lot of trouble with the launch, just like anything else. So that's good. I'm hoping that it's smooth. I didn't see anything about the trains. I'm sure between having, recently acquiring Vacoma, that it can help. Especially as long as they go with a vest type restraint and nothing that can bang the head, I think this will be a home run. And it could open the door for more stuff for them. Fingers are crossed that it all works out. I mean, with any new ride, there's always going to be growing pains. I'm hoping that everything gets done on time and not totally delayed. But I think overall it's going to be a fantastic thing. I know it's a little different because at first, when all this was announced and you're trying to take it in and try to gather your thoughts, everybody knows Kennywood as this classic park. The way that they run their rides, the way that the coasters are, the way the trains are on them, just the way that it is. It just has that classic element. It's a very well loved, admired park, and it kind of threw everybody for a loop. I mean, yes, they have Phantom's Revenge, and I'm sure when that was introduced, back, I'm sure there was a little bit of like, hey, and you got to get with the times, and I get it. You got to get something new and get people excited and bring something huge to bring the people to the park. I think this is a good decision. We'll see what happens. I think there's going to be nothing but great things about it, and we'll see. So, I don't know. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you like the theme? Are you a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan? Are you not a Steelers fan but think it's cool? I mean, I think it's cool. I'm not a fan, but I think it's cool myself. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think the coast is going to end up a failure? Do you think it's going to be a home run? Give me all your thoughts on it. Whatever you guys, just leave it down in the comments below, and let's move on to the pictures and talk about those. So let's check that out. All right, so here you can see the Endzone Cafe. You can see the patio there, and it looks festive. It looks like you're getting ready for the game. You can get in all your sports gear. It's going to be great, and I dig it. Even though I'm not a fan, I still dig it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know down below. All right. So now what you're looking at is the Terrible Tower. Looks great, especially for kids and everybody that would like to play. Look at this. You can climb the structure. It's going to be inside that building. It's going to be a huge building, and you can see all the fun that you get to have inside here. I can't wait to see more on this. Hopefully they release more video, kind of, something to go along with it. But I think this is going to be another great addition to the Steeler country. So let's check out the next one. All right, so here we have the the Steelers experience. It's a 2-minute drill, so you can see that they're throwing the balls, and it's kind of like the typical arcade or amusement park game, throwing it, trying to get through a tire or something, but you're trying to throw it through the holes, throwing it at the players, seeing what's going on. I think this is going to be another fun, exciting thing, especially for all the Steelers fans in the area. I think they're going to really enjoy it, and I really, really, really think that they're really going to partake in it, and I think it's going to be a huge success. for at least a few years anyway, and maybe they'll just keep adding on to it and changing things up as time goes on. But I see this as nothing but a positive. I don't know about anybody else, but that's just what I see. So let's get to the next one. All right, so this is the building for the Steelers experience. This is where you're going to find the terrible tower, the 2-minute drill, and all the other cool stuff that's inside the building. So it looks nice. Again, I like the outside with the water fountain and the football guys. I really think at the end of the day, for all the locals, it's going to be huge, and any Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I mean, when I go, I'll definitely like take it all in. I'll probably partake in the 2-minute drill and whatever I can. Just because, like, when I go to a park, I really like to try everything out and try to get the full experience. That's what I like to do. I'm not one that just brush it off just because I don't like something. I like to experience stuff that I haven't experienced before. So this is kind of up my alley. So let's get on into the next thing over here. And what we're going to be looking at next is what they call the entryway when you're walking in. And there's also, if you look behind the sign towards the back there, you can see the tunnel. It's supposed to mimic like coming into like onto the field like a game when they announce the team, like, here is your Pittsburgh Steelers, and then everybody goes nuts. And then you come and running out of the tunnel. So this is your entry plaza. Looks good. I know this is artwork, but I can't wait to see the real thing. Sometimes it differs a little bit, obviously from artwork rendering, but this looks good. And again, this is going to be a huge thing for the locals. Now, this is just another angle. It's showing you the plaza, showing you, another, the water fountain, the building. It's just another look with the coaster in the background. And overall, I don't really have a negative, so to speak, minus I just don't really care for the theme. But that's not going to deter me from going, and it shouldn't deter you from going. Even if you're not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I would just go check it out, take it in for what it is. I don't think you're going to go wrong on this. I think everybody's going to have a fantastic time with this. I think this is going to be a solid entry into Kennywood, and I really think it's going to be a huge success, and I can't wait to ride the steel curtain, enjoy everything, and steal the country. So let's get into the rest. Now that you've seen everything, we've gone over the pictures, the video, my thoughts, first looks, etc., etc. If you really did dig everything, click the like button, subscribe, share it, and please, by all means, leave comments down below. Do you like the theme? Do you hate the theme? Do you like the ride? Do you like the company S&S? Do you think it's a failure? Do you think it's going to be a huge success? Tell me what you like about it, what you hate about it. Are you going to enjoy the other things besides the coaster and the different stuff that's going on in there? Because there's a lot of stuff with the games and the experiences and the restaurants and the patio and all that. So let us all know down below. And until next time, everybody, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.